Alrighty, welcome to Podcast Unlocked, the world's #1 Xbox podcast. I'm your host, Ryan McCaffrey, joined by fellow hosts, Naomi Kyle, good to see you.
Oh, hey, what's up?
Sup?
Hey, guys.
Well, lots of stuff this week.
Yeah.
Which we'll get to.
GDC. Oh, my God.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that little conference going on.
Mm-hmm.
That whole thing.
Marty Sleva, hi.
Hi. So we're all hosts?
Yeah, of
Can't
course.
Of course.
there be one host?
Well, it's a...
Ryan's the lead
it's like
You can't have 4 bosses. You can only have one boss.
host. I'm the editorial host. You're the editor host.
beard host.
Naomi's the personality host.
Aw.
This is terrible. I don't. These all sound like fake ass titles.
Well, considering Destin just made them up.
Yeah. Let's have a vote on these titles.
There you go.
Destin Legary, which host are you again?
Editorial
host.
Wait, but I was an editor host.
Yeah, I don't know.
You're just my host with like 3 extra letters at the end of it.
Yeah.
You're like the
3
generic
ranks
version
higher.
Yeah,
of his
right?
version.
So let's start at the top with Titanfall. Continues to be the big news
Yeah.
in Xbox land.
Because it's good.
Has been for some time. Will be for at least a little while longer. The Xbox One version is out. It's really good. Give it an 8.9. I'm still playing it every night. Are you?
I've played the beta and I haven't touched it yet because I'm waiting for my copy. I'm waiting for my copy.
Oh,
it's
fair
in the
enough.
mail. It's in the mail. It's on
All
its
right.
way.
You got a real copy of Titanfall?
A real
Yes.
copy.
I just downloaded it.
I know. I was gonna do that, and
Yeah.
then I got it.
Yeah, I
just
like
the
being able
physical
to.
copy.
I like being able to say Xbox Go to Titanfall when
Yeah.
I turn on my
I know.
when I turn on my console. Feels good. Feels good to do
We've
it.
been waiting for so long.
But yeah, Games Out seems to be doing really well. Most people like it. I mean, yeah, it's definitely not the second coming of Halo, Jesus Halo. That
It's really
That
good.
everyone was
Honestly,
hoping
it builds.
for.
I think it builds the foundation where
It does.
where the
Yeah.
next game could be that thing.
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with that completely. Yeah, it's
Give
but,
him 3 years to make a new one. Maybe 2.
I don't think
yeah,
it'll be
it's a
3
good
years.
question. Well, it could. I could see it. Yeah, who knows? It depends on the budgets, really, right? Because if EA publishes the next one, which apparently they will,
Yeah, that's the news came out. Today.
then they might say, well, okay, we want to get this out in 2 years, but they could also say, well, yeah, take your time. Because we've got Battlefield seemingly every year, so go
Yeah.
ahead, aim for 2017.
Yeah,
Let's
they
do
published
it.
this one, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
and now they secured the rights to
Right,
continue
right.
publishing.
Yes,
Okay.
right.
Yeah, it's not really
Yeah.
news.
So, yeah, I mean, the game's a lot of fun, man. It's just, the mechanics are so good. I just can't get over how much fun. Like, it's, to me, Titanfall is almost Blizzard-like in that it doesn't necessarily do any one thing completely new, but it just takes existing things like, parkour of like a Mirror's Edge, or the jetpacks of like a Star Siege Tribes and the mechs of Armored Core or something, and then the shooter feel of a Call of Duty, and just combines them all into one awesome thing. The way that Blizzard's games do. Blizzard's games don't reinvent the wheel. The StarCrafts, Diablos of the world, but they just blend everything together in such a way that it's just becomes this new magical formula.
Just movement feels so good in that
Yeah.
game.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
a first-person game. It just feels
The
so
flow.
good.
It's all
Yeah,
about riding
it's
the
so
wave.
good. Right? Yeah.
Are
So-
we talking about Titanfall still?
Are we?
Yeah.
I like how you were.
Are we on a drug hunt right
I
now?
don't know.
Are we tripping out?
Trippy.
It's happening again. I started playing South Park.
Oh, yeah.
Well, don't change the
that's
subject
another
yet.
one.
We're still on Titanfall.
I don't have anyone to talk about South Park.
Well,
Welcome to 4 weeks ago,
Yeah.
Marty.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was reviewing Dark Souls.
Yeah. I know, we had to pick our battles there.
Everybody really likes Titanfall, cutting Marty off from his South Park rant. Poor 360 users, though.
Yeah.
Got a bit of a delay there.
At the almost the exact last second,
Yeah.
almost the 11th hour. It was supposed to be out next Tuesday, the 25th.
Now
It
it's
has
out
been
April 9th.
pushed back 2 extra weeks, and it had already been the March 25th thing was a 2-week delay already.
So here's what I think happened. I think Microsoft was like, this is moving consoles. We need to delay the 360 version because then those people won't buy it. I'm just guessing.
So that's
That's a smart
definitely
analogy.
a conspiracy level theory.
Why don't they
Yeah.
delay it further than 2 weeks?
Yeah, 2 weeks isn't going
Delay
to
it till
fix anything.
See,
that-
July.
I
major.
really think that they're, they are trying to, as you said, they are trying to launch a brand with this and launch a franchise. And a lot of people will come to Titanfall for the first time on the 360, even if, they're trying their best to bury that version and they don't talk about it, they don't show it. A lot of people's introduction to Titanfall will be the 360 version. And I think given that the Xbox One version is having, it's nowhere close to 1080p like a lot of other next-gen games. It does have, it's not a steady 60 frames. So I think it's probably all technical. Like they're having a hard time getting Titanfall to look and run acceptably on the 360, and they don't want to ship something that like, because there's no way it's going to be anywhere close to 60 frames. It's probably going to try to be as close to 30 as often as it can. But so I'm guessing they're probably just trying to get the frame rate and the technical. They're
solid.
They're trying to get it as solid as possible on 360, because if they do put out an inferior, something that
It will
drags
be
down
slightly inferior.
Well, of course, but
it
I'm saying
can't be garbage.
on the 360 level. If they, if it's if they're trying to get a 30 frame per second game, and it ships as a 30 frame game that goes down into the teens a lot, then that's going to turn those people off in the future to Titanfall 2. So I think they're just trying to get this one as rock solid on 360 as they can, and they just need yet more time.
Yeah.
Just get rid of the textures on the Titans. You'll be fine.
They're just wireframes.
Just don't have the Titans fall. Just have them just appear.
Yeah, like preparing for Titanfall, they just kind of appeir.
Yeah.
They
Out of
like
nowhere.
slowly
They teleport
fade
in.
Yeah, Titan phase.
Yeah.
I like that.
So
Stand by for Titan
non-textures,
phase.
Yeah, we can do that.
non-textured Titan phase-ins.
That's how you make a video game.
Yeah.
But it is a question. I
will
wonder.
never work.
I wonder how many of our viewers / listeners are going to be getting it on 360, and I can't imagine that 2 more weeks is going to push anybody into spending $500 just to play it 2 weeks earlier on the Xbox One.
I don't
Although,
know. I've heard a lot of people, like, everybody's talking about that game. Like, I want to play it so bad, and they want to play it on Xbox One.
Yeah.
That's what they're saying. I'm like, well, do you have a PC? No. And they're like, well, maybe I will get a console just to play Titanfall.
Sure.
Well, that's what happened in the UK. Like, they just, what was it, like 96% more
Yeah.
Xbox One
Which is
sold
awesome.
since Titanfall launched.
Yeah.
Like,
That's
That's
the bump they needed.
yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe they're not delaying it further, like you maybe said they should delay it till June. But I think
Yeah.
just not to upset the people who
Sure,
want to play it
sure.
on the 360.
2 weeks is just such a
I'm really intrigued to see how that
short
game
period
is,
of
though.
time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it seems
I
like
want
that's-
to play it, too.
That's some 25th hour.
Yeah. What's
Yeah.
the Xbox 360? I'm so out of it with it. What is it now? $250 for? Is it $250 for like the 250 gig hard drive version?
I don't know.
See, none of us
I have
know
no
I would
idea
think it's
anymore.
lower
Has to
than
be
that.
cheaper than that.
Because then there's, of course, there's the 4 gig, like the
Like
slim
the-
arcade
that you
model.
can play a game on.
But I feel like that's $199, and then the
God,
other one's
The arcade
like-
might even be 150.
Yeah, I
Or
feel like
am
they need to be cheaper than that.
going crazy. Yeah.
Do you think install required for 360 Titanfall?
I think it's gonna, because
Yeah.
we've actually been seeing that with a lot of late gen 360
Yeah.
games
Grand
where it's
Theft
just like,
Auto.
well, to get this to work, GTA is a
Yeah.
great example. We need to make sure this installs, but
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, but let's say so if it's $250 for the 250 gig drive, which because the 4 gig, if it does require an install, which we don't know yet, would be insufficient. It actually isn't. It'd be a 200. It'd actually be like a $190 price difference, because since Titanfall is being bundled with Xbox One right now.
Yeah, that's true.
It is a little bit. I mean, but still, that's a lot of money to jump in on. But in any case, seems to be selling well. People seem to be loving it. For the love of God, private matches right now, please. Respawn, if you're watching or listening.
I
Want to
would
be able to.
love a private match.
Also, put Gundams in the game.
Yeah.
And Voltron.
Yeah, put
Voltron
Voltron
as a DLC
Yeah.
Titan. Where
you were right on the money, Ryan. It's 250.
250. I thought I remembered correctly there. I'm
Right
glad,
on the
glad
money.
my brain didn't let me down.
Yeah. That was a pun also.
Huh?